They're moving crowds. I'm moving consequence.
No echo, no names, no witnesses. I built my path where the distance is. They called it silence, I called it strength. They wanted shortcuts, I went the length. I don't speak just to calm the noise. I move with scars they can't avoid. So if I vanish, don't flinch or pray. That's just the cost of walking my way.
Don't blink when the ground gets mean. I tread sharp where the cracks ain't seen. They bluff clean with a padded frame. I play chess with a storm-bound name. No crew, no green light boost. Just war in a voice and a soul that's loose. I don't lean when the walls close in. I spit fuel with a flame-proof grin. Keep calm like a forged intent. Bar by bar till the mask gets bent. I don't break when the script feels tight. I stretch truth like a rusted light. These fools pose with a glass-cut claim, but I see straight through the coat and chain. Built from loss, I don't flinch and wait. I wrote my name in the flood-born state. This ain't charm, this is edge and fire. Lines get laid like a steel trip wire. So if they push, I stay precise. One cut deep and I roll that dice. They want grace in a plastic shell. I want grit where the silence fell. I've seen kings with the paper roar, and peasants move like a silent war. I don't ride for a staged applause. I write wounds in the spoken laws. This is breath with a chambered aim. Every step cold, every line untamed. No peace packed in the lands I cross. Just rules I bend and lines I toss. Now I stand where the blind won't look. I rip chapters from a missing book. No fable, no backroom deal. Just truth I frame like a sharpened wheel. So when I strike, it's tight and low. No warning signs when the pressure grows. They shake hands just to hide the blade. I grip mine and engrave my trade. Final breath in the path, don't bend. Just one more page with a cleaner end.
No names, no witnesses. I built my path where the distance is. They called it silence, I called it strength. They wanted shortcuts, I went the length. I don't speak just to calm the noise. I move with scars they can't avoid. So if I vanish, don't flinch or pray. That's just the cost of walking my way. No goodbye, no regret. Just footprints they'll never forget.
I walk in like I've seen it break. Not the world, the people fake enough to carry it. I don't speak just to fill the air. I see through every vacant stare. They want truth but can't take the flame. I hold heat, they'll never tame. No one to trust, no one to call. I rise alone, I take the fall. And when the edge pulls me in tighter, I walk through it with spinal fire. I don't sleep when the floor stays thin. I stand still while the cracks begin. They flex weak in a padded zone. I carve scars into every bone. No safe house, no fallback route. I don't ask twice, I called out. They hide fear in a velvet pitch. I step clean like a circuit switch. One verse and the mask gets sliced. One breath and the whole thing's iced. I've been built from the worst they gave. Spit cold, they forgot how to save. I don't flinch at the loudest bark. I just move in the silent dark. No pride in a script that bends. I burn through with the style that ends. Each bar's got a grip like wire. Spit frost with the mouth on fire. They climb fast and slip and fall. I don't climb, I watch them crawl. You rap safe, I break the rule. Write lines like a handmade tool. This ain't flair, this ain't play. This is bite in a world of clay. I don't do the grin and spin. I write with a need to win. No clean arc, no studio lies. Just truth that rips when the polish dies. Each rhyme lands like a fuse on skin. Lit and cold with a grin that's thin. Now I step where the edge begins. No flag, no friends, no softened sins. I stay low while the world erupts. They break down, I rebuild what's crushed. This ain't pace, this ain't pride. This is war.
don't speak just to fill the air. I see through every vacant stare. They want truth but can't take the flame. I hold heat, they'll never tame. No one to trust, no one to call. I rise alone, I take the fall.
And when the edge pulls me in tighter, I walk through it with spinal fire. Yeah, you ever feel like the ground knows more than the people above it? Like silence and peace, it's strategy. I don't bend when the ground gets dry. I dig deep with a glare in my eye. No love in the pit, just teeth and spit. Hands to the bone, and I won't quit. I don't wait for the tide of time. I bite through steel just to sharpen mine. So when they talk, I don't get hurt. I was raised with my teeth in the dirt. I never burst in the heat to stop. I learned to breathe while my skin got chopped. Watch fake ones dance for a drop of fame. I wrote war into every name. They fold when the script goes wrong. I load up ink like it's live and strong. The same rap that's a forged reply to 1,000 lies in a crooked eye. I don't flex for a cheap parade. I built my life with a splintered blade. I seen snakes in a handshake's form, where truth gets stabbed in a perfect storm. They suit up lies with a tie and grin, but I stayed raw through the mess I'm in. They panic when the mask gets tight. I've been real since I lost my sight. I spit for the calm they can't digest. Then curse since birth and I wear that chest. Every bar's a nail through they hollow talk. I don't march, I bulldoze when I walk. I don't need your nod or deal. I bled through the beats just to prove I'm real. No team, no cosign myth, just scars in a voice they can't dismiss. You rap for likes, I rap for breath. Like every track might spell my death. They blink and fade, I grind with weight. Each step I take might detonate. So when I spit, it's fine and still. 100 cuts, they're forced to fill. Born in the cold with my name unsaid. Learn to fight with a verse instead. They play roles, I write fate. Built my throne on a lock gate. I don't beg, I don't inflate. I sharpen truth till it breaks the fake. You want soft, then look elsewhere. I bring storms and they can't repair. This is war in a rhyme disguise, and I won't stop till the echo dies. I don't bend when the ground gets dry. Dig deep with a glare in my eye. No love in the pit, just teeth and spit. Hands to the bone, and I won't quit. I don't wait for the tide of time. I bite through steel just to sharpen mine. So when they talk, I don't get hurt. I was raised with my teeth in the dirt. No crown, no cheer, just scars that speak when I disappear.
They wear crowns made of second chances. I built mine from what they left behind. I don't call when the lights go black. Learn too young, there's no one that'll call me back. I've been lost where the proud ones hide. Learn to move with a score and a colder stride. So don't reach if your hands ain't clean. Don't preach if your past ain't seen. I don't kneel, I don't explain. I don't bleed for Glassjaw Saints.
Told them once I don't fall for praise. I spit cuts through the fog they raise. They sell guilt in a golden shell. I choke pride to the liar's yell. Ran through hell with a broken fuse. Built my rage in the dirt-worn shoes. They flex guilt like it earned some weight. I split that bluff at the pressure gate. Wrote this track with a splintered hand. No crew, no plan, just who I am. I don't break when the mirror lies. I bend truth till the noise complies. These snakes hide in a polished pitch, but I see them twitch. When I flip that switch, they brag scars like a badge for views. I stayed sharp when the cuts weren't news. Don't talk pain if you stage your hurt. I was born with my back in dirt, so every bar is a clean revolt. Word for word like a vaultless jolt. I've been blamed when the truth was clear. Built from years that refuse to steer. I don't act for a flash or cheer. I break myths when the fraud draws near. These hands learned how to carry weight when the love came late and the trust turned fake. Now I don't ask, I take my ground. 1 foot deep and the rest spell sound. This ain't clout, this ain't reward. It's a mountain too sharp to be ignored. I keep calm with a bite beneath. Mask off now and the teeth unsheath. They move loud with a hollow aim. I write truth with a frozen flame. No nod, no invite list, just facts. I edge through what clenched fists. They pretend I endure, I thrive. Stack each breath like a plan to survive. So when I spit, it ain't for style, it's a warpath. path paved in exile. I don't call when the lights go black. Learn too young, there's no one that'll call me back. I've been lost where the proud ones hide. Learn to move with a scar and a colder stride. So don't reach if your hands ain't clean. Don't preach if your past ain't seen. I don't kneel, I don't explain. I don't bleed for Glassjaw Saints. Don't preach from thrones they bought. I'll stay loud with the crown they thought was lost.
I don't match pace, I drift a line. Come my lane from a parallel mind. I don't blink when the error codes press. I'm tuned to a depth they don't address. Still thought in a glass routine. Blueprint mind with the map machine. No flash, no need to rewind. I just move cold with the parallel mind. I don't chase scenes, I unroll space. Measure my tone with a split line face. Tune to static, wired for slope. Map each floor like a telescope. No panic in the pivot I set. No sweat when the signal resets. They won't flare, I keep it gray. Run clean logic through disarray. Not made for the echo of a lighted stage. Just born from silence and a locked engage. I don't match pace, I drift the line. Come my lane from a parallel mind. I don't blend when the echoes press. I'm tuned to a depth they don't address. Still thought in the class routine. Blueprint mind with the map machine. No flash, no need to rewind. I just move on with the parallel mind. Don't quote me, read the line breaks. I've been formed till the rhythm aches. No myth, no chant, no hall of gold. Just a notebook full of things I'm told. I walk alone, cause that's the route. Where the frame holds still and the doubt burns out. Kept it straight while the scene got bent. Still never changed what my purpose meant. Made flex and noise, I refine the pause. Sharpen each beat with a nested clause. This is function with no applause. No ego trip, no thirsty cause. While they scramble for neon sluts, I lay cold in the faded spots. They flash wide, I aim tight. Say less, move sharp, hit right. No idle phase, no spotlight seat. I work in dust where the margins meet. They build fast, I carve with time. One cut, one breath, one parallel line. This ain't detachment, it's by design. A border I drew to protect my spine. I don't reject, I reconfigure. No need to stunt with a filter trigger. I saw the world split down the seam, so I built my calm from a colder scheme. Don't envy noise when you move this clean. My silence speaks when a static leans. So if I vanish when the feed goes blind, just know I spoke from a parallel mind. I don't match pace, I drift the line. Cut my lane from a parallel line. I don't blink when the echoes press. I'm tuned to a depth they don't address. Still thought in the glass routine. Blueprint mind with the map machine. No flash, no need to rewind. I just move cold with the parallel mind. Out of
Your shoes stayed where they always did, beside the fan, beneath the chair. I stepped around them for a week like they meant you'd still return. No sound, just the weight of knowing what isn't said won't leave. I check the calendar twice just to mark a day without you. You didn't take your coat, didn't leave a note. I found your name on the spine of a book you never Maybe that's what we were. Not a start, not an end, just a sentence that ran out of voice. The plant we got in spring leans more each day toward the light. I keep forgetting to water, it feels honest somehow. You left the drawer half open, the pen inside still writes. I almost signed your name last night without thinking what for. You didn't take your coat, didn't leave a note. I found your name on the spine of a book you never finished. Maybe that's what we were. Not a start, not an end, just a sentence that ran out of voice. I tried to rearrange the furniture, it still feels like you. Not because of sense or memory, but because nothing fits. You're not quite gone, but you're not here either. I guess we forgot to choose one.
They think silence means soft. They think calm means weak. But some of us were just too tired to scream and too dangerous to ignore. I'm not made of peace, I'm made of smoke.
I'm not made of gold, I'm made of scars, not raised in light. I rose through bars, didn't learn love, I learned defense. Read the world through a broken lens. I don't preach, I don't pretend. I bend the rules, but never bend. I came from nothing, walk through flame. You hear my voice, you know my name. You don't know nights with the power shut, where dinner was there and the door stayed shut. You don't know rage in a quiet house, where no one yells but fear still shouts. I've been cold where the heat don't reach. I've been hit with the lies they teach. I've been told I was nothing daily, till I built my name from the words that fail me. Now I breathe like it's borrowed time, and rap like survival's a perfect rhyme. I don't need light, I make my own. Out of pain, out of fights, out of being alone. I'm not made of gold, I'm made of scars, not raised in light. I rose through bars, didn't learn love, I learned defense. Read the world through a broken lens. I don't preach, I don't pretend. I bend the rules, but never bend. I came from nothing, walk the flame. You hear my voice, you know my name. I ain't bitter, just ain't blind. I remember every no I signed, every door that slammed in face, every tear I learned to erase. They say I changed, yeah I had to. The world don't hug, it grabs and drags you. So I learned to swing with a pen in hand, and turn my ache into something that stands. I spit for the ones who never got seen, who walked through hell just to stay clean. I rap cause silence never helped me heal, and loud was the only way to feel real. I don't rap for the likes of deals, I rap for nights I skip my meals, for the days they doubted my breath, for the parts of me I thought were death. I don't flex with a chain or whip, I flex with the fact that I didn't slip. They want clean, I give them grit. They want a lie, I don't commit. You want shine, I want sleep. You want the top, I want what's deep. This ain't for show, it's for truth. For every kid they forgot in youth. If I fall with pride. With every scar I fail to hide. If I go as me. Not a copy, not a brand, not what they see. I bled in silence, wrote in dark, lit up pages like striking sparks. I ain't soft, I'm just composed, a quiet storm that never froze. So if this track is all I leave, know I breed truth between the grief. I was never made for peace or fame. I was born from smoke and I kept my name. I'm not made of gold, I'm made of scars, not raised in light. I rose through bars, didn't learn love, I learned defense. Read the world through a broken lens. I don't preach, I don't pretend. I bend the rules but never bend. I came from nothing, walk through flame. You hear my voice, you know my name. I wasn't stayed, I survived, and that's louder than any prayer you've ever said.
Yeah.
Mapped it out with no spotlight, laid low where the wall's right. Blueprint dust in the cracks I move, every silence a calculated groove. No applause, just progress made, no rush, I let the moments fade. Eyes up, never chase the gust, just build in stillness, stack from trust. Move like ink in a pool of glass, no ripple, just rhythm that's built to last. Never spoke just to fill the air, I let results speak, they always stare. No campaign, no neon quote, just action folded in every note. I don't talk in trends or moods, I plant foundations, sharpen through feuds. Watch them split and watch them slip, I build slow, that's how legacies grip. Mapped it out with no spotlight, lay low where the wall's right. Blueprint dust in the cracks I move, every silence a calculated groove. No applause, just progress made, no rush, I let the moments fade. Eyes up, never chase the gust, just build in stillness, stack from trust. They chase bright while I trace roots, turn motionless minutes into bulletproof suits. See, speed don't win, precision does. I measure twice, cut once, no buzz. Built rooms out of raw design, blueprints sketched in a neutral mind. No flinch, no panic buys, just clean roots under filtered skies. Let them shout, I move in folds, clocking wins where the quiet holds. Every move's on a level plane, never tilt or smoke or fame. I don't gamble, I calculate, mark time by the wrist I wait. When the volume drops, I'm loudest, let the calm show who's the proudest. I don't spark, I smolder long, burn slow till the core is gone. You want heat, that seasonal flash? I invest where the blueprint stash. So if the lights dim and the noise decays, I'm still clocked in through the outer haze. Didn't post it, just made it real. Didn't brand it, just shaped the steel. I was never meant to shout for stage, I'm the mark that rewrites the page. No mentors, just clean design. No rivals, just fault lines. So if I vanish from the circuit buzz, know I left blueprints in the dust. Mapped it out with no spotlight, lay low where the wall's right. Blueprint dust in the cracks I move, every silence a calculated groove. No applause, just progress made, no rush, I let the moments fade. Eyes up, never chase the gust, just build in stillness, stack from trust. Some build loud, some build right. Guess which one stays standing?
Over time, Griffith. More time than present.
I don't flinch when the wires spark, I don't run when the sky turns dark. Built from code, not crowd applause. Every move I make rewrites their laws. Cold steps in the fields of glass, no fear, just pacing past. No mask, no bluff, no depth test. This is who I am with no pulse left. I don't blink when the script rewinds, I walk through loops they can't define. Learn from friction, not from faith. Made my home at the edge of wraith. I don't chant, I calibrate. Move in silence, redesign fate. Don't need proof, I built my claim on grids they drew. I changed the frame. No silver spoon, no stitched in grace, just glass logic in a shapeless plate. I don't flinch when the wires spark, I don't run when the sky turns dark. Built from code, not crowd applause. Every move I make rewrites their laws. Cold steps in a field of glass, no fear, just pacing past. No mask, no bluff, no depth test. This is who I am with no pulse left. No compass, no script to trust, just broken maps and instinct dust. I spoke once, they missed the mark. Now I move in range where echoes spark. Can't sell me dreams, I break illusions.
Study the art, then draft conclusions. I don't vet, I engineer. Stack these rhymes like a landing gear. They shout noise, I install truth. Quiet storms with a steel-toothed booth. Every step's pre-planned and gridded. Every breath been scaled and fitted. Don't improvise, I pre-design. Built my flow from a buried spine. They write chaos, I write code. No verse here ever overloads. Watch me speak like a glass held tight. Clarity sharp and sealed in light. This ain't fuel, it's raw command. Every bar lands where thought can't stand. This ain't pride, this is refusal to be bent by doubt or useless approval. I don't flex for a crowd response. I test the weight of a syllable's launch. I walk like sound was made to break. Every word a structural quake. No mentor, no guiding flame, just self-aligned in a shifting game. So if I'm quiet when the chorus ends, know I wrote in silence what no one meant. I don't flinch when the wires spark. I don't run when the sky turns dark. Built from code, not crowd applause. Every move I make rewrites their laws. Cold steps in a field of glass. No fear, just pacing past. No mask, no bluff, no death test. This is who I am with no pulse left. No pulse, just design.
I ain't wired for peace, I'm rigged for proof. Taught by nuts with a cutthroat truth. No gods, no crew, just breath and blade. I ride with fire till the ink gets flayed. They want fame, I want fire. They build glass, I build wire. They scream loud, I call it silence. Split like raw through pure defiance. No throne, no flag, just scars and grit. I don't break, I remake every hit. Mind's a cage with a sharp inquiry. Every verse lights a nerve and empire. I was raised on the edge of burn. Learned to flip weight with no return. Never begged for a path of lead. I bled balls when I couldn't feed. They played games with a cardboard soul. I built mine from controlling cold. No smile for the ones who slept. I just grew fangs where the silence crept. Spit math like a sniper script. Every word lands with a fractured grip. No break in the beat, I bend the track. Crack their rhythm with a full-blown tact. I don't trust what the screen projects. I dissect lines till the core connects. Don't talk pride if your roots are fake. I move calm with a faultless quake. This ain't buzz, it's a coded strike. A cipher built on sleepless nights. No deal, no smile, no mask to keep. I spit raw truths while the weak retreat. I never needed a boost of gate. I stood alone when the room felt hate. Wrote lines while the real ones fell. Now I raise storms they can't dispel. Every rhyme's got a bone and bruise. Every pause is a fuse I choose. This ain't hype, it's a roaring verse. From a mind that was trained to curse. They fold under pressure, I'm old and sharp. Split fake kings with a double arc. So when they talk, I don't engage. I've seen liars bloom on a public stage. Let them pose while I ghost the scene. Build in silence, then strike unseen. They rhyme cute, I strike with weight. Line for line till the pulse deflates. Ain't no peace in the land I chart. I breathe smoke where the heroes start. No role, no leash, no pace to match. I just write war that they can't dispatch. They want fame, I want fire. They build glass, I build wire. They scream loud, I calm in silence. Spit like law through pure defiance. No throne, no flag, just scars and grit. I don't break, I remake every hit. Mind's a cage with a sharp inquiry. Every verse lights a nerve and empire. No hype, no crown, just truth they can't drown.
Yo, I ain't here to entertain you. I'm here cause I got ghosts in the booth and scars in the beat. If you came to dance, wrong track. If you came for truth, then sit back. You talk strength, I talk survival. You want a stage, I want revival. You want the chain to smoke the fit. I want the silence where pain used to sit. This ain't for charts or claps from a desk. This is the echo of breath in the vest. Every step I took through the mess, I didn't flex, I just didn't rest. My days start with grit, not gratitude. I ain't the product of luck or a better mood. I'm the summer cold nights in a lockjaw. A childhood painted without law. Raised by the hum of a fridge and rage. Notebook thoughts bled out the cage. I ain't rap for applause, I rap to exist. When a hug was a myth and hope was a risk. They gave me noise, I made it rhythm. They gave me fists, I gave them wisdom. Every friend I had wore masks.
cuffs and cuff, so I trust beats now. People bluff too much. You talk strength, I talk survival. You want a stage, I want revival. You want the chain, the smoke, the fit. I want the silence where pain used to sit. This ain't for charts or claps from a desk. This is the echo of breath in a vest. Every step I took through the mess, I didn't flex, I just didn't rest. I seen peace get auctioned cheap, and war get praised when it rots too deep. They said man up, but man was broke. I learned to breathe through fire and joke. I ain't wear my scars like Fashion Week. I wore them like warnings when the system speaks. Hustle was inked in my DNA strands. No blueprint, just dirt in hands. No therapy, just looped up drums. Taught me more than the preacher or crumbs. They say dreams die last, that's cute. Mine resurrected with every verse I shoot. You talk strength, I talk survival. You want a stage, I want revival. You want the chain, the smoke, the fit. I want the silence where pain used to sit. This ain't for charts or claps from a desk. This is the echo of breath in a vest. Every step I took through the mess, I didn't flex, I just didn't rest. I don't need your blog or playlist nod. I need my soul to keep beat with God. Tired of men who bark on screens, then fold in the dark when life gets mean. I've walked alleys where names don't last, where grief gets sold like dope in glass, where loyalty dies from thirst and pride, and snakes wear suits with nothing to hide. So I built me in the basement tomb, with dust and doubts as my only room. And when the world said, you ain't enough, I spit back ink that made them hush. You talk strength, I talk survival. You want a stage, I want revival. You want the chain, the smoke, the fit. I want the silence where pain used to sit. This ain't for charts or claps from a desk. This is the echo of breath in a vest. Every step I took through the mess, I didn't flex, I just didn't rest. Now they wanna ask what kept me in line. Not fame, not fans, just a shattered spine. I ain't talking bones, I mean that trust that broke and built me in the dust. Every bar I drop is blood and bone. A hymn for the nights I walked alone. No cosigns, no TikTok tricks, just soul on wax and a mind that clicks. I'll die with verses carved in stone. Not tweets, not views, just voice and tone. So if I vanish, no pity, no script. Just know I burn bright where the darkness slip. Ashes ain't evidence, survival is, and I'm still here.
Yeah. Sticking that down. Everybody take the shine.
Built my peace from scattered teeth. Spoken codes they kept beneath. They wore masks, I wore flame. Didn't fold when they cursed my name. I don't chase what rusts with praise. I just live where the system frays. Sink or swim, I built my raft out of silence and they thought black.
I watch kings crumble, chasing trends. Saw snakes trade love just to make pretend. Truth don't blink when the lights go red, and hope don't last where the ink runs dead. I took days they threw away, turned them into bars they can't replay. No blueprint, just grit and glitch. Raised by static and a minor stitch. They speak on rules, I speak on edge. Where dreams are nails and doubts the ledge. This ain't strength, this is refusal to blend in soft for their approval.
Built my peace from scattered teeth. Spoken codes they kept beneath. They wore masks, I wore flame. Didn't fold when they cursed my name. I don't chase what rusts with praise. I just live where the system frays. Sink or swim, I built my raft out of silence they thought would never lay.
Every mile felt twice as wide, with shadows dressed in formal pride. I watched the loudest crumble fast, while quiet ones learned how to last. Kept my thoughts in folded lines, stacked them up like warning signs. Didn't beg to be understood, just crafted truth from splintered wood. Not made for ease or velvet nights. I sharpen calm beneath the fights. They talking noise, I talking blade. This is the art that silence made. Don't quote me if you fear reflection. I ain't built for soft correction. I've been calm through firestorms, wore exile like a tailored form. Took no path, just cut my own, with hands they swore would break alone. If comfort calls, I never pick. I made my peace in places sick. Don't sell me peace dressed up in fear. I see the rock behind the cheer. While they perform, I stay intact, with paper, fangs, and spine uncracked. This ain't for love, this ain't for light.
This is for breath when the room ain't right. For every no that shaped my skin, I found a place to pour it in. The mirror knows I've never lied, even when half of me had died. I won't explain what they erased. I built a throne with no one's face. So if I'm gone when morning hits, play this loud, no edits, no splits. I gave the void a voice that burned and never asked for it returned. Built my peace from scattered teeth, spoken codes they kept beneath. They wore masks, I wore flame. Didn't fold when they cursed my name. I don't chase what rust with praise. I just live where the system phrase. Sink or swim, I built my raft out of silence they thought would never last. I never bit back, I let the words cut for me.
They say you gotta find peace to move on. I never found peace, I just got tired of running. This ain't redemption. This is what happens when you live with no backup plan. Gravel under God, I walked that road. No pad paved, just pain I told. Didn't find light, I became the spark. Carved my name in the cold and dark. Ain't no guidebook for this kind of soul. Just burned out truth in a world gone cold. So don't call it strength if you ain't bled deep. This voice is the only peace I keep. I came from the cracks where the rain don't stop, where dreams go stale and time gets chopped, where the lights flicker more than hope, and rage is the rope when you try to cope. I watch days blur in a hunger haze, with fists in pockets and eyes in a daze. No dad, no plan, no help on deck. Just learn to survive with a crooked neck. I wasn't taught how to love or rest, just fight for breath with a swollen chest. Now I speak like it's all I got left. These bars ain't bars, they stolen breath. Gravel under God, I walked that road. No pad paved, just pain I told. Didn't find light, I became the spark. Carved my name in the cold and dark. Ain't no guidebook for this kind of soul. Just burned out truth in the world gone cold. So don't call it strength if you ain't bled deep. This voice is the only peace I keep. I ain't asked for pity, I asked for space, where I can fail without losing face, where tears ain't weakness, just proof I care. But I learned to hide them, nobody dare. I spoke in fists before I knew words, wrote on walls cause I couldn't be heard. The world don't wait for kids like me, it chews you out or you learn to flee. So I wrote pain into every beat, until my trauma could stand on its feet. And now when I rap I bleed relief. It's the first time silence ever felt brief. They dressed me in doubt, said you won't make it, so I broke the mold, just had to fake it. Walked in the rooms they swore I'd miss, held my ground like remember this. I built a throne from unpaid bills, found my crown in the quietest chills. This ain't just skill, it's blood and scars, it's pacing the room and punching cars. Now this is real, no filter, no fluff, just a kid they forgot who got back up. So when I spit I ain't chasing fame, I'm just writing what they won't name. I buried old selves and left no stone, grew out of silence like breaking bone. Every step I took alone, but I still made that pain my own. They told me harder you break, so I froze my voice just to stay awake. Now I'm melted down into molten bars, each one forged from internal wars. I rap like I'm carving a second chance, like the mic's the weapon and this is the stand. So if I vanish when the lights go black, play this track, I ain't coming back. Gravel under God, I walked that road. No path paved, just pain I told. Didn't find light, I became the spark. Carved my name in the cold and dark. Ain't no guidebook for this kind of soul, just burned out truth in a world gone cold. So don't call it strength if you ain't bled deep. This voice is the only peace I keep. I ain't holy, I ain't healed, but I'm still here, and that's enough. They talk about strength like it's loud, like it shines, but strength is quiet. Strength is bleeding and showing up anyway. I wasn't built to win, I was just not built to break. I ain't flawless, I'm forged, never had luck, just war. Every scar I got I earned, every bridge I crossed got burned. I ain't chosen, I'm still here, fought my way through doubt and fear. Call it rage, call it fate, I just wasn't built to break. I came up with the lights off, where help was a myth and nights were long, where hope was a lie you tell your gut. And love came once then never stuck. I ain't have guidance, I had gut, I ain't have fans, I had cuts. Learn more from silence than from speech, more from fists than what they teach. They said I'd crack, they said I'd fold. Now I walk through fire like it's cold. I ain't gold, I'm still in flame, but still remember my name. I ain't flawless, I'm forged, never had luck, just war. Every scar I got I earned, every bridge I crossed got burned. I ain't chosen, I'm
just wasn't built to break. I ain't soft, I'm tired of fighting to be inspired, tired of smiling through the dirt, tired of pretending it don't hurt. You ever sit in a room that's loud but feel like you're not allowed? So I wrote instead of scream, so I built what no one dreamed. They said man up, I said why? What if I'm just trying to survive? What if the strength ain't in the fight? It's showing up when nothing's right. I don't rap for fame or praise, I rap for the ones who lost their days, the ones who feel too much to sleep, the ones too deep for the world to keep. I spit like it's my last breath, like I'm dragging truth from death. I've been lied on, pushed and bruised, but I never let the world choose. I write my path in blood and sweat, and I still ain't folded yet. This ain't peace, it's persistence. It's showing up in the distance. So if I vanish, let them know I stood through every storm and blow. Didn't win, didn't beg, just stood firm on both my legs. I gave more than I had inside. I buried pieces just to survive. They won't put statues in my name, but I built a life without the game, and that's enough. That's my code. Never bent when the weight got cold. I ain't perfect, I'm just proof that even broken things speak truth. I ain't flawless, I'm forced. Never had luck, just war. Every scar I got, I earned. Every bridge I crossed got burned. I ain't chosen, I'm still here. Fought my way through doubt and fear. Call it rage, call it fate. I just wasn't built to break. I never asked to win, I just needed to stand, and I did. That's enough.
They only saw the surface, never what I buried to keep it calm. But the truth's still there, under skin, under silence, under shame. And it's sharp, like nails in my shadow.
I don't walk with pride, I walk with weight, with secrets that memory tried to erase. They said heal, I said how, when pain is the only thing I trust now. I ain't here to perform or pose, I'm here cause I never froze. You see calm, I see battle, every step's got nails in my shadow. I was raised where the truth don't speak, where love's too rare and pain's too cheap, where bruises hid under winter sleeves, and silence was how we learned to breathe. I learned that young, that trust don't last, and people vanish when you crash. I ain't bitter, I'm awake, carry my guilt like it couldn't break. They called me angry, they weren't wrong, but I turned it into bars and made them strong. I didn't need their grace or hand, just gritting my chest in a place to stand. I don't walk with pride, I walk with weight, with secrets that memory tried to erase. They said heal, I said how, when pain is the only thing I trust now. I ain't here to perform or pose, I'm here cause I never froze. You see calm, I see battle, every step's got nails in my shadow. They say forgiveness, your strength, but I still taste blood every breath I've spent. I still flinch at certain sounds, still hear ghosts when I lie down. I write like my skin remembers every cold room, every lost December. But I don't want pity, I want the mic to burn the pages they never like. My pain ain't art, it's evidence of how I stood with no defense. You want truth, then buckle in, this ain't therapy, it's discipline. I spit for the ones who lost their names, who walked through fire with no one to blame. For the kids who got good at lying, smiling while inside they're dying. They told me grow up, I grew scars. They told me move on, I move bars. Now I speak what they bury deep, what schools ignored and systems keep. This ain't for shows, this is war. For every slam and silent door, for every night I couldn't cry. I rap like breath is justified. I ain't clean, I'm carved, wrote my worth in broken parts. I gave my all to stay upright in a world that dims your fight. So if I vanish, leave this verse, proof I live through something worse. I ain't your hero, don't pretend, I'm just what happens when pain won't bend. But I walk every damn day with nails in my shadow that won't go away, and still I stay. I don't walk with pride, I walk with weight, with secrets that memory tried to erase. They said heal, I said how, when pain is the only thing I trust now. I ain't here to perform or pose, I'm here cause I never froze. You see calm, I see battle, every step's got nails in my shadow. This ain't about fame, it's about surviving without applause. I'm not okay, I'm just still here, and that's more than enough.
You hear that? That's not music. That's what it sounds like when the ones they forgot learn how to speak again. Let's go. I don't need light, I was born from shade, carved out pain with a pocket blade. Didn't get saved, just got smart. Built my truth from a broken start. No soft tone, no padded past, just a voice that learned how to outlast. No velvet path, no silver script, just wolves like me who never quit. I came from concrete soaked in fear, where love looked fake and hope looked near, where eyes told lies with the calmer skies and fists spoke louder than alibis. I grew up fast cause slow got caught, and silence was currency no one bought. I learned that trust ain't given, it's earned, and sometimes loyalty just gets burned. I used to beg for a clearer sign, now I etch my pain in every line. This ain't for charts, it's for the nights where wrong felt right just to survive the fight. I don't need a light, I was born from shade, carved out pain with a pocket blade. Didn't get saved, just got smart. Built my truth from a broken start. No soft tone, no padded past, just a voice that learned how to outlast. No velvet path, no silver script, just wolves like me who never quit. I don't pray much, but I talk to ghosts, to the versions of me that meant the most. The one who smiled with the cracked up heart and still stood tall when the world fell apart. I don't wear chains, I wear scars. They shine better under darker stars. My story don't fit in your magazine, it's written in sweat and gasoline. I don't flex for a stranger's praise, I rap for the ones who never got raised, the lost, the left, the ones dismissed. This mic's my proof, I still exist. I don't need light, I was born from shade, carved out pain with a pocket blade. Didn't get saved, just got smart. Built my truth from a broken start. No soft tone, no padded past, just a voice that learned how to outlast. No velvet path, no silver script, just wolves like me who never quit. They want clean bars, I give them rust, not radio gold, just earned out trust. My verses ain't sweet, they bite and bruise. They come from nights I had to choose. Do I give up or do I stay broke? Do I sleep through fire, rise through smoke? I picked pain and I stitched it tight, turned every failure into fight. So don't box me in with these polished fakes. I'm the beat that breaks when the silence shakes. Not here for peace, I came with grit, a blueprint soul that refuses to quit. Now every line's a blade I throw, cut through lies they'll never show. I speak for kids in the back of the room, writing dreams in the face of doom. I speak for moms who held too long, for pops who vanished but still feel wrong. I spit for those they said won't last, the future they buried in the past. If this is my last breath, let it roar. Let them hear me from floor to floor. I wasn't made for a safer script, I was built by fire that refused to bleed. Light, I was born from shade, carved out pain with a pocket blade. Didn't get saved, just got smart. Built my truth from a broken start. No soft tone, no padded past, just a voice that learned how to outlast. No velvet path, no silver script, just wolves like me who never quit, yeah. I never needed to howl, I just had to survive.
I wasn't born with a voice, I built it through silence, through cuts that didn't bleed, just changed me. So if you hear this, know I bled rust, not red. Let it run.
I got rusted blood in a copper vein. Still I rose through smoke, through spit, through pain. Didn't come from a stage or flashing lights. I came with a storm and sleepless nights. You want gloss, I give you dust, no clean path. Just grit and trust, so don't ask where my shine began. It was carved for dirt by a ghost of a man. I ain't rap for sport, I rap to breathe, to make sense of the days I was scared to leave. Where fights were currency and doubt was law, and kindness felt like a fatal flaw. I watched moms pray with empty plates, while dads went missing and changing fates. I learned to duck before I learned to stand, and wrote in chalk what they wrote in sand. My rhyme ain't clean, but it's sharp as sand, cut from a place where the dark begins. This ain't fashion, it's facts and grime, a poem scribbled in borrowed time. I got rusted blood in a copper vein. Still I rose through smoke, through spit, through pain. Didn't come for a stage or flashing lights. I came with a storm and sleepless nights. You want gloss, I give you dust, no clean path. Just grit and trust, so don't ask where my shine began. It was carved from the dirt by a ghost of a man. I remember cold floors and burning pride, a stare in the mirror, I had to survive. No silver spoon, just rusted forks, and screams that echo like broken corks. They gave me rules I never believed, said play your part, but I chose to bleed. My lyrics are legends of what I've seen, from fake friend smiles to the in-between. The system ain't failed me, it was built this way, to chew up the real and spit out cliche. So I loaded truth in every track and fired back where the sky turned black. Got rusted blood in a copper vein. Still I rose through smoke, through spit, through pain. Didn't come for a stage or flashing lights. I came with a storm and sleepless nights. You want gloss, I give you you dust, no clean path, just grit and trust, so don't ask. When my shine began, it was carved from the dirt by a ghost of a man. I ain't flawless, I'm fractured gold, still valuable. Even when cold, every verse I write is a bruise let loose, a past I untie like a noose. They want polished, that ain't me. I'm the voice of the kid they refuse to see. I'm the night they erase from their song, the verse too real to sing along. You brag chains, I carry ghosts. You post wins, I bury most, but I don't fold, I don't retreat. I just plant pain and harvest heat. Now I walk like silence, ain't new like scars or maps that guide me through. I never chase what the masses cheer. I spit for the ones that were never near, the ones left out, the unheard name, the soul in the crowd that hides the flame. If I die tonight, don't cry for me, just play this loud, that's legacy. I never lied to fit their mold, I just turn my wounds into something bold. So when they ask what I gave this game, say everything except my name. I got rusted blood in a copper vein, still I rose through smoke, through spit, through pain. Didn't come for a stage or flashing lights, I came with a storm and sleepless nights. You want gloss, I give you dust, no clean path, just grit and trust, so don't ask. When my shine began, it was carved from the dirt by a ghost of a man. This ain't music, this is me. Finally breathing.
I didn't come from peace, I crawled out of the static, where names fade and truth don't echo back. This ain't rap to me, this is survival without mercy. I don't need your praise, I don't want your nod. I wrote my worth in a world that forgot. Dug through the dirt just to find my breath, spoke to the void and it whispered death. Now I wear no smile, just teeth and grit, a soul stitched tight where the trauma hit. No spotlight, just rain on rust, no mercy left, just ash and trust.
I was raised where the locks outnumbered the keys, where quiet meant war and warmth was a tease, where boys turned stone by the age of 10 and learned how to lie with a ballpoint pen. I saw men break with their hands still closed, pride on their lips and the shame they chose. There wasn't love, just looks and loss, 1,000 goodbyes carved into the frost. I ain't cry, I calcified, learned to smile like it never died. Every I'm fine was a barricade, till I found my voice in the mess I made.
Don't need your praise, I don't want your nod. I wrote my worth in a world that forgot. Dug through the dirt just to find my breath, spoke to the void and it whispered death. Now I wear no smile, just teeth and grit, a soul stitched tight where the trauma hit. No spotlight, just rain on rust, no mercy left, just ash and trust.
I walked through halls where silence screamed and learned real quick what family means. It ain't blood, it's who stayed when the light fell out, who knew your rage and didn't doubt. They taught me rules with broken glass and lessons laced in smoke and brass. I kept my truth behind my back till the booth gave space for the things I lack. I built these verses from jagged breath, turned panic attacks into poems of death. Now they listen close but they don't relate, they want the story, not the way.
I don't need your praise, I don't want your nod. I wrote my worth in a world that forgot. Dug through the dirt just to find my breath, spoke to the void and it whispered death. Now I wear no smile, just teeth and grit, a soul stitched tight where the trauma hit. No spotlight, just rain on rust, no mercy left, just ash and trust.
These bars ain't hype, they're post-trauma code, carved on nights when the heat froze. Where I grew, the dream was small, just a meal, a bed, a call. Every someday came dressed in black with a voice that said there's no way back. So I rap with a hunger deeper than fame, like every syllable might free my name. They never handed me ground to stand, so I dug with nails in both bare hands. Now every rhyme is breath I claim, and every line's a flame I tame. So here I am, still not clean, still no choir, still no dream, but I got scars that earned their ink in a past too loud to let me shrink. Don't call me hero, I ain't that myth. I'm the one that crawled through the myth. I'm the one that showed up bruised and made the pain my only muse. This pen's my shield, this beat's my war. I gave my all, then gave some more. So if I leave with nothing left, just know I bled these bars to death.
I don't need your praise, I don't want your nod. I wrote my your light. I'll take the dark, it told the truth longer anyway.
They only talk when you're clean. But I ain't never been clean, I've been carved from noise, from silence, from nothing. So if you hear my voice now, know it ain't just sound. I got grime on my halo, dirt on my name. Still stood tall when the sky dropped flames. Didn't bend, didn't beg, didn't fake one step. I just wore my pain like a Kevlar vest. They see light, I see the bulb burn out. They want truth, but only with the doubt. So I move through smoke, no crown, no chain. Just a pen full of thunder and blood in the rain. Where I'm from, the saints don't sing. They sip on sorrow and talk through rings. My mentor was lost, my teacher was time and trauma. The beat that sharpened my rhyme. I slept in thoughts too loud to hold. Dreams so raw, they froze when told. Had to carve out a lane in a world so numb, where you eat or rot and the silence hums. They said love heals, nah that's sweet, but love disappeared when the fridge got beat. So I stitched up truth in the folds of a verse, fed my hunger with every curse. I got rhyme on my halo, dirt on my name. Still stood tall when the sky dropped flame. Didn't bend, didn't beg, didn't fake one step. I just wore my pain like a Kevlar vest. They see light, I see the bulb burn out. They want truth, but only with the doubt. So I move through smoke, no crown, no chain. Just a pen full of thunder and blood in the rain. They say breathe, like the air ain't cracked, like I ain't inhaling every piece I lack. Nah, I took briefs like pills at night. Swallowed my fear, spit back the fight. Ain't no therapist in a home full of rage. Just closed doors and a young boy aged. I built myself in the ache of dust. When tears dry quick and the faith turns rust. You heard beats, I heard alarms. You heard flow, I heard self-harm. Still I inked my name in the skin of war and dared this world to ignore me more. I got grime on my halo, dirt on my name. Still stood tall when the sky dropped flame. Didn't bend, didn't beg, didn't fake one step. I just wore my pain like a Kevlar vest. They see light, I see the bulb burn out. They want truth, but only with the doubt. So I move through smoke, no crown, no chain. Just a pen full of thunder and blood in the rain. I ain't bitter, I'm built, there's a difference. I don't pray for peace, I pray for distance. Cause I've been too close to collapse and flame. Watch friends turn ghosts with a smiling name. They post quotes, I post scars. They chase stars, I run bars. This ain't images, this ain't brand. This is me with my back to the wall, unplanned. Never beg for the crown, just room to speak. In a beat that don't flinch when my truth gets bleak. So judge me soft, I reply with steel. Cause pain gave me purpose when nothing else real. I got grime on my halo, dirt on my name. Still stood tall when the sky dropped flame. Didn't bend, didn't beg, didn't fake one step. I just wore my pain like a Kevlar vest. They see light, I see the bulb burn out. They want truth, but only with the doubt. So I move through smoke, no crown, no chain. Just a pen full of thunder and blood in the rain. Now every bar's a breath I earn. Every stage a wound that burned. I ain't here to be liked, I'm here to be loud. For every kid still lost in the crowd. For every fist that shook in shame. I spit these lines like I spit my name. Not for radio, not for fame. Just for the nights I slept in blame. If I vanish tomorrow, just play this track. It's not a song, it's a life I took back. And when they ask what story I told, say I wrote in dirt, but the ink was gold. No filters, no edits, just grime and survival.
They see the crown, but not the crawl. The rise don't show the fall at all. I bled in the breaks, I slept in the cracks. Wrote my name on the spine of the past. They want the fire, not the ash shit left. They want the beast, not the breath I kept. No light where I've been, just silhouettes. Still I walk through that storm with no regrets. I came from the echo of sirens and street lights, where bricks told secrets and clocks pick fights. Graffiti prophets spray painting prayers while the rats ran sermons beneath the stairs. I grew in that void where fathers went ghost and mothers
turned iron to butter on toast. A corner was college, a scar was a friend, and trust was a gamble that never would end. Taught by the cracked voice of broken antennas, I memorized truths from lies and 10 millers. Pavement was scripture, I kneeled in the snow, asked God for a sign, he handed me flow.
They see the crown but not the crawl. Their eyes don't show the fall at all. I bled in the breaks, I slept in the cracks. Wrote my name on the spine of the past. They want the fire, not the ash shit left. They want the beast, not the breath I kept. No light where I've been, just silhouette. Still I walk through that storm with no regrets. Mirror cracked, I stared into 12 of me, each one with a blade saying set me free. I battled my pride with a pen and a pad, while the world played God and judged me bad. I ain't asked for the throne, just a mic and a shot, a place at the table where truth ain't bought. I slept on the beats like a bed of nails, while others sold dreams and bulletproof tales. Steel in my tongue, no sugar in veins. What I spit ain't sweet, it's laced with chains. Reality's raw, but I sharpen my teeth, so even my silence got bars underneath. They see the crown, but not the crawl. Their eyes don't show the fall at all. I bled in the breaks, I slept in the cracks. Wrote my name on the spine of the past. They want the fire, not the ash shit left. They want the beast, not the breath I kept. No light where I've been, just silhouette. Still I walk through that storm with no regrets. Look, I ain't here to dance in illusions. I'm the glitch in the code, the fusion of bruising. Walk through the lies with a jaw made of lead. Now my notebook's ink is the tears I bled. No cosign, no deal, no mask on my scars. Just a mind full of fights and a chest full of bars. I talk to my demons, they speak in Morse. Every dot dash scream is a broken course, but I mapped out the pain, made a verse from the rain. Put truth in a track, now I'm off the chain. You want me soft, you should lower the gain. This voice got baptized in acid and flame. They see the crown, but not the crawl. Their eyes don't show the fall at all. I bled in the breaks, I slept in the cracks. Wrote my name on the spine of the past. They want the fire, not the ash shit left. They want the beast, not the breath I kept. No light where I've been, just silhouette. Still I walk through that storm with no regrets. So if I fade, let the beat hold my breath. Let the snares tell the tales I etched in death. Cause I ain't scared of a blank page grave. I resurrect every loss in the lines I save. Legacy ain't gold, it's grit in the soul. It's surviving the night with your purpose whole. I came from a silence too loud to ignore. Now I break through the static like never before.
Let the jacket in your hallway. You said you keep it just in case. Didn't ask if I meant to leave it. Didn't ask if I planned to stay. Your voice moves like a memory, not loud but it finds its place. Almost forget what hurt felt like until I see it in your face. You don't fix me and I don't break you, but we hold what's left like we meant to. No better place to fall in here, no better time to disappear into something that feels more true than clear. Oh, sure. You laugh like it's a defense, and I answer like I don't know why. But the distance closes in slow, like a thought you can't let slide. I said too much, and you said too little, but the silence wasn't cruel. It just didn't need explaining. You don't fix me and I don't break you, but we hold what's left like we meant to. No better place to fall in here, no
disappear into something that feels more true than clear. We didn't plan it, but we stayed, and that counts more than the perfect escape. We met in a room too big for strangers. You wore a question like a code. I stood quiet, counting X's. Didn't know what I was looking for. You spoke like you knew the endings, but never spoiled the middle parts. You sat across from me in silence, and somehow that rewrote my heart. I wasn't meant to stay, but you didn't ask me to leave. Found comfort in borrowed light, like the sun through autumn leaves. We don't call this love out loud, but it's louder than we planned. Every time I lose my way, you reach without your hands. You never said forever, but your patience held me close. I never said I'd need you, but I showed up like a ghost. You made room for all my questions, didn't rush to close the page. I kept thinking I'd undo it, but you never asked me to behave. I wasn't meant to stay, but you didn't ask me to leave. Found comfort in borrowed light, like the sun through autumn leaves. We don't call this love out loud, but it's louder than we planned. Every time I lose my way, you reach without your hands. If I never write it down, will it still feel this real? If we never speak the name, will it still be what we feel? You smile like you already knew, and maybe that's enough truth to hear. I wasn't meant to stay, but you didn't ask me to leave. Found comfort in borrowed light, like the sun through autumn leaves. We don't call this love out loud, but it's louder than we planned. Every time I lose my